Are feminists ruining society? #MeToo and #MeraJismMeriMarzi. In today's discourse, the role of feminism and its impact on society is a topic that garners both passionate support and fervent criticism. To frame this discussion, it is crucial to analyze the multifaceted nature of feminism, understanding its historical evolution, achievements, and the controversies that it stirs in contemporary society. This approach allows for a comprehensive exploration of whether feminism, as a movement, is contributing to societal upheaval, or whether it is a scapegoat for deeper societal issues. Feminism, fundamentally, advocates for equality between genders, aiming to dismantle the long-standing patriarchal structures that have marginalized women and other gender minorities. Over the decades, feminist movements have achieved monumental milestones, such as securing the right to vote for women, advocating for reproductive rights, and challenging gender discrimination in the workplace and society at large. These achievements have not only transformed legal and social frameworks, but have also significantly improved the lives of millions of individuals around the globe. However, the narrative that feminism is ruining society stems from a variety of critiques and misunderstandings. One of the most vocal criticisms is that contemporary feminism, often dubbed as radical feminism, has deviated from its original goals of equality and instead promotes misandry, the dislike of, contempt for, or ingrained prejudice against men. Critics argue that this shift towards vilifying men and upholding a victimhood narrative among women does more harm than good, creating divisions rather than fostering equality. Moreover, the debate intensifies around topics such as gender roles, family dynamics, and freedom of speech. Critics claim that feminism's push for dismantling traditional gender roles has led to confusion and a decline in family values, affecting societal stability. They argue that the movement's focus on promoting diversity and inclusivity sometimes results in censorship, where dissenting opinions are labeled as hate speech, thus stifling open dialogue and debate. In the wake of #MeToo and #MeraJismMeriMarzi, society finds itself at a crossroads, confronting deeply rooted issues of sexual harassment and gender autonomy. These movements have ignited vital conversations and inspired countless individuals to stand against oppression. However, amidst this transformative tide, a less discussed yet significant undercurrent impacts the younger generation, weaving a complex narrative of intention versus consequence. The darker side of these movements, particularly for the youth, lies in the nuanced realms of digital permanence and the shaping of perceptions around relationships and trust. In an age where social media serves as both the stage and the audience, the instantaneous spread of accusations and personal stories blurs the lines between private and public. Young individuals, still forming their understandings of consent, boundaries, and respect, are thrust into a whirlwind of narratives that may not always be accompanied by the critical context or the nuances of legal and ethical examination. The resultant digital footprint is indelible, leaving a lasting mark on the lives of all involved accusers, accused, and the bystanders watching the saga unfold. For the younger generation, this exposure raises complex questions about navigating relationships in an era where actions can be instantly broadcasted and judged by the public. The fear of missteps being magnified, of becoming embroiled in controversies without a clear pathway to redemption, can foster an environment of apprehension and mistrust. On one hand, the awareness and dialogue generated by these movements are invaluable in educating the youth about rights and respect. On the other, there's a tangible risk of creating a culture of fear, where young individuals might retreat from meaningful interactions or hesitate to engage in conversations about consent and gender equality, wary of the potential repercussions. Moreover, the fervor with which these movements are pursued can sometimes lead to a simplification of complex issues, overlooking the myriad shades of human relationships and interactions. This reductionist view, often amplified through the lens of social media, can distort young people's understanding of justice, accountability, and forgiveness. The narrative at times shifts from a constructive dialogue about change and empowerment to a binary of victim and perpetrator, with little room for the complexities of human behavior and rehabilitation. The intergenerational discourse that arises from #MeToo and #MeraJismMeriMarzi is also a double-edged sword. While it has the potential to bridge gaps and foster understanding, it can also entrench divides, with the younger generation possibly internalizing a sense of disillusionment towards institutions and authority figures. The movements expose systemic failures to protect and respect, but without concurrent emphasis on healing, reform, and education, the message received may be one of inherent conflict rather than constructive change. In navigating the darker side of these movements, the challenge lies in ensuring that the empowerment and awareness they seek to promote do not inadvertently sow seeds of cynicism, fear, and division among the youth. It calls for a balanced approach that champions transparency, accountability, and education, fostering an environment where young individuals can learn, grow, and engage in the discourse on gender equality and personal autonomy with nuance, empathy, and hope for a more inclusive future. Moreover, on the other hand, the #MeToo and #MeraJismMeriMarzi movements, symbols of the global struggle against sexual harassment and for bodily autonomy, respectively, have ushered in a new era of social consciousness. These movements have empowered countless survivors to share their stories and demand accountability, sparking a worldwide conversation on consent, gender equality, and personal freedom. The #MeToo and #MeraJismMeriMarzi movements herald a transformative era of empowerment and awareness, particularly beneficial for the younger generation. They catalyze crucial conversations around consent, gender equality, and personal autonomy, fostering a culture where these pivotal issues are openly discussed, rather than shrouded in silence. For young individuals, these movements serve as educational platforms, equipping them with the knowledge to navigate relationships with respect and empathy. They also inspire activism, encouraging the youth to advocate for their rights and the rights of others, creating a ripple effect of positive change. Moreover, by highlighting the ubiquity of gender-based issues, these movements unify individuals across diverse backgrounds, fostering a sense of solidarity and shared purpose. In the grand tapestry of societal evolution, movements like #MeToo and #MeraJismMeriMarzi are pivotal threads that weave through the fabric of our collective consciousness, sparking debate, reflection, and ultimately change. As we've explored here on InfoBurst, while these movements shine a light on the darker recesses of societal norms and behaviors, they also illuminate the path towards a more equitable and empathetic world. The complexities and challenges they present, especially to the younger generation, are significant. Navigating digital landscapes, understanding nuanced human interactions, and fostering an environment of trust and respect are no small feats. Yet, the advantages they bring, empowerment, education, and a unified voice against injustice, cannot be overstated. These movements are not just hashtags. They are the manifestations of a global call to action, a demand for a world where dignity, autonomy, and equality are not just ideals, but realities for all. As we continue this journey, let us embrace the lessons learned, the conversations sparked, and the progress achieved, with the hope that through channels like InfoBurst, we remain informed, engaged, and motivated to contribute to the ongoing dialogue and transformation.